So while you have everything apart, it is a good time to also clean your air filter. For the 2005 Piaggio Typhoon, it comes with a foam air filter, and it was pretty dirty. It was nearly black. I bought the bike secondhand used, so it was nearly black. And then if you follow the manufacturer recommendation, they will tell you to use a high flash point solvent. That includes examples such as kerosene. So as you can see here, I've let the foam air filter soak in kerosene for almost 20 minutes now. Kerosene is clear as water, but once you put the filter in there, all the junk comes out and you can see it turns into a milky blue liquid. That is all the foam air filter oil that is coming out. Grab a tongue or something and just squeeze it a few times. Be gentle with it. Don't ever wring the filter because you could cause the filter to tear, and that is not good for filtering air. So once you're done that, squeeze out all the excess kerosene. You can use the kerosene to wash your chain, motorcycle chain, or whatever, or just pour it out. And then you can wash it in soapy water, after which you want to wash it once more in just plain water and then hang dry until it's perfectly dry. After which you can reapply some foam air filter oil and you can go ahead and reinstall it back to your bike. So once you have cleaned your filter in high flash point solvent, which includes kerosene, and then you washed it in soapy water and finally rinsed it once, a couple more times in just plain water, after which you want to let your foam filter dry, and then you can put it in a plastic bag like I did right here, and you can apply your lube. Any kind of foam air filter oil would work. This one right here is called a Yamaha lube. Bought it from the dealership for $6. But usually most kind of filter oil works for foam air filter. The reason why I like using a plastic bag is because I can pour the oil in there and work it in with my hands without making a huge mess, provided that your bag doesn't leak. So after you've massaged it in for a couple minutes, you should see a pretty even spread like this when you press it down. That's a good indication that your foam filter is completely soaked in oil now and ready for taking it out of the bag and getting rid of the excess. So depending on where you live and how dusty of a condition that you ride in, it's entirely up to you how much oil you want in your filter. A good indication would be to look into your airbox and see if there's a lot of dust. If there is, then you probably would want more oil, because that's how foam air filter works. The oil is what keeps all the dust particles suspended in the filter instead of being sucked into the engine. So for me, there's not that much dust where I live, and therefore I can use a paper towel to soak up the excess oil, squeeze it out, and it should be ready. So now that you see not too much oil comes off the filter when you're dabbing at it, that's when you know your filter is fully ready to be installed. Like I said earlier, if you live in a dusty condition, you probably want to be a step before this. You would want a bit more oil in your filter just to keep all the dust out. With that said, however, foam air filters do get dirty a lot faster than paper filters, so make sure you do your maintenance regularly if you live in dusty conditions. Otherwise your engine will perform worse.